This is a cute spider. The huge butt symbolizes its strength as a spider king. When the spider bit Toby, Toby immediately felt dizzy. At this time, the genes in his body also began to gradually change. Toby woke up and found that his highly myopic eyes suddenly recovered. Toby put on the glasses and it was blurry, but when he took off the glasses, it was very clear. Toby looked at himself in the mirror. Toby, who was originally skinny, grew muscles overnight. Toby even jumped up and down the stairs. Toby saw the school bus go. Toby touched the school bus lightly and tore off the banner. The characteristics of the Toby spider have appeared after Toby came to the school. Toby's strength began. Toby saw that Diana was about to fall, and Toby caught Diana instantly. While eating, Toby found that spider webs began to appear on his hands. Toby shot hard and could shoot more than 10 meters away. And then he could throw things behind with a single pull. After the dinner plate fell on Otto, Toby didn't panic at all. Toby sees everything in slow motion: paper airplanes in the sky, flies in flight, and Otto's fist, every move of Otto. Toby can dodge in an instant. In Toby's eyes, Otto's fist looks like this. Otto rushed towards Toby, and Toby jumped several meters high. Otto pumped his fist again, but Toby didn't dodge anymore this time, and Toby kicked Otto more than 10 meters away. Looking at his strength, Toby realized that it was no longer a normal person, but Spider-Man. After Toby was bitten by a spider, the characteristics of a spider appeared on his body, and sharp barbs grew on his fingers. Toby is climbing on the wall. Toby's jumping ability is also amazing. Toby can easily jump over tall buildings more than 10 meters away. Toby shoots out a white spider web, and Toby grabs the spider web and crosses the tall building tens of meters away. But Toby didn't get used to it and bumped into the wall. Even if Toby has great abilities now, Toby will have troubles. The girl Toby likes got into a luxury car with a rich man. Toby vowed to buy a luxury car himself too. Toby finds a lucrative job, which is to go to the underground boxing ring to box. Toby was ridiculed by the audience. As soon as he came out, the audience sprinkled popcorn on Toby, but Toby didn't care. As long as he appeared on the stage, he could make the audience look up. Before the game, the program team also locked the door on purpose, either killing the opponent or being killed by the opponent. At the beginning of the game, Toby was at a slight disadvantage, and Toby kept dodging the opponent's attacks. The opponent saw that Toby could not attack at all, so he grabbed Toby and threw him towards the wall. Toby was beaten lying on the ground. A few minutes later, Toby regained his status when the opponent held a weapon and was about to kill Toby. Toby kicked the opponent's vitals, and then Toby kicked the opponent to the ground. Toby won the game. There is a $3,000 prize for this game. When Toby went to his boss Bart to accept the award, Bart only gave Toby $100. Bart bullied Toby because he was a high school student. Toby had no choice but to leave. But not long after Toby left, the robber held a gun and asked Bart to hand over the money. Bart handed over the money. Toby let the robber go on purpose because he didn't want to help Bart fight criminals. When Toby came out, Toby found his uncle lying on the ground. It turned out that the uncle wanted to stop the robber, but was killed by the robber on the spot. Toby exploded. Toby is jumping around in the city, and Toby wants to find the murderer who killed his uncle. Toby found the murderer in a car, and the murderer was about to drive away. Toby grabs the murderer by the neck, but the murderer drives the car into an abandoned building. The murderer is hiding in the building. Toby pinned the murderer against the wall. The murderer wanted to take out his gun to fight back, but the murderer fell off the tall building because he couldn't stand still. Toby realizes that if one bad guy is spared, countless bad things will happen. As a superhero, Toby appears above the city wearing a Spider-Man suit. Spider-Man is everywhere fighting crime. Spider-Man's heroic deeds were reported in major magazines. Dr. Peter is inventing a mechanical armor. Peter was blocked by his superior. On that day, Peter put on his battle armor and appeared over the city. Peter creates riots. Peter dropped a special bomb, killing those officials. Then Peter attacks Spider-Man's girlfriend and at the critical moment, a shining figure descended from the sky. He kicked Peter away and then grabbed onto the wall. When people see him clearly, I just found out it was Spider-Man. Spider-Man wanted to knock down Peter with one punch, but Peter blocked his strength. Peter also kicked Spider-Man more than 10 meters away when Peter stepped on the aircraft. Peter's strength immediately increased several times. Peter's aircraft can shoot bullets, and Spider-Man can only run away when he sees the bullets. When Peter fired a missile, Spider-Man shoots a spider web to fly into the sky. At this moment, Spider-Man discovered that Anna was about to fall from a tall building, and Spider-Man wanted to save her. Spider-Man was pressed against the wall by Peter again, and he was beaten violently. If Spider-Man doesn't resolve the fight, Anna will lose her life. So he shoots the spider web, blocking Peter's view. Spider-Man destroys Peter's flying machine. When Spider-Man turned his head, Anna was falling from a height, and Spider-Man jumped off a tall building again. At the moment Anna was about to land, Spider-Man caught Anna in front of everyone. Spider-Man left the scene. Peter didn't give up because of this. Peter's second fight with Spider-Man was one night, and Peter decided to kill Spider-Man. Toby rushed to the scene immediately after receiving the call. At this moment, Peter grabbed the people on the cable car. Peter rescued the people on the cable car and Anna at the same time. Spider-Man caught Anna, who was about to fall, and Spider-Man grabbed the rope of the cable car with his backhand. Peter saw Spider-Man rescue the hostages, so Peter stepped on the small aircraft. Peter kept interfering with Spider-Man, letting Spider-Man continue to make choices. But Spider-Man was so quick-witted that he let Anna slide onto the cable car, and Spider-Man lowered the cable car down little by little. Once again, Spider-Man rescued the hostages. Peter was very angry. Peter took Spider-Man to the abandoned building, and Peter threw the bomb. Spider-Man was able to stand up after being blown up, and Peter made up for a few more punches. Spider-Man, who has the blood of a spider, has a much higher physical fitness than ordinary people. Spider-Man stood up and grabbed Peter's steel fork, and Spider-Man pushed Peter down. After Peter fell to the ground, Spider-Man pushed down the high wall and let the high wall press down on Peter. Peter was hit by Spider-Man on the ground. Peter began to beg for mercy. Peter suddenly launches the small flying machine to kill Spider-Man. After Spider-Man dodged the flying machine killed Peter. Another bad guy has been sanctioned again, but this time, Spider-Man realized that a superhero cannot have justice and love at the same time. At critical moments, bad guys will definitely threaten loved ones. After he and Anna said goodbye, it will be much more convenient for Spider-Man to fight against the criminals of the city.